Okay, this is from Equipment Agitated 978. You're saying that you could go for a long time. So it says, I guess, long jogs you can do, but on the pitch, you're getting winded too quickly. So what can you do to help fix that? The first thing that I wish I knew much earlier, search How to Breathe by Dr. Vranich, Vranich. What she's going to teach you is how to breathe more effectively and more efficiently. It's going to require less of your energy, and it's going to immediately, like in less than 10 minutes, you're going to learn how to, this is one skill that you can take to the grave. It's super powerful. So this is something I wish I learned years ago that someone would have told me to do. That's step one. Step two, search Andrew Huberman, Tim Ferriss on physical performance, because he talks about these 5 pillars, and all the 5 pillars are things you want to start to keep in mind even before you begin, even before you start to think about improving, either enhancing your training or enhancing your elevating your endurance practices or elevating your training. There's little things that add up to huge changes if you can keep them in mind. I believe there's sleep, relationships, hydration and nutrition. What else? Sunlight and movement, and then I want to say heat and cold exposure, right? But why this is so important is because basically in two, right, the podcast is 2 hours long, and you don't have to listen to the whole thing immediately, but what it's going to allude to is it's going to allow you to better come up with a smarter training plan. So you're just going to be able to you're going to be able to train smarter than anyone your age. You're going to be a more informed soccer player, and you're going to be able to be more thoughtful about your effort and your energy expenditure, and form training routines in week cycles. So you could see that, you could say, okay, in a given year there's 52 weeks, right? 52 weeks in a year. So then when you start breaking each week up into right, you have 7 days in the week. So now you could start to look at your current obligations, whether it's school, work, or practice and games, and then start building a more elegant training routine, or at least start thinking about, okay, if I could have an ideal training schedule that will help me, right, solve this problem that you're trying to achieve, which is, I get too tired too easily. Listening to Andrew Huberman, Tim Ferriss podcast on physical performance is going to help you understand more deeply about how to solve this problem. Because I could tell you, oh, you should do this or you should do that, but that's really not going to help you grow as a person and as a player. So I want to say so you got to understand some deeper concepts, because that'll elevate your thinking. That's going to elevate your understanding and your awareness, and it's going to have you a more informed, right? It's like you teach a man how to, you give a man a fish, he eats for a day. You teach a man a fish. So this is me trying to teach you how to fish, right? Andrew Huberman, Tim Ferriss, physical performance. And you could break up this 2 hour long podcast into chunks, into like 15-minute chunks, and or listen to a little bit and then, test some stuff out. It's like you hear a profound idea or you hear a paradigm shifting idea, go test it out. So I think that's a great place to start. The last effortless thing that I think that will really take your training to the next level is, it's so effortless and it's so simple to do and practice. Just search how to make an RMT rope. Because your movement, the complexity of your movement, and you'll just feel more dynamic on the field. You'll feel less winded after less periods of time. It's going to help you become a more efficient mover. Every part of my game on the soccer field improved, from passing to juggling to shooting to everything. So that's one thing that's a no-brainer that doesn't require a lot of, $10, local hardware store, get some soft rope as long as you are tall and start swinging it around. And you don't have to understand why it's great for soccer players. You just have to have a little bit of trust in me that I won't lead you astray. So give that a try and then see where that takes you. And then, right, the inventor David Weck says, if you could only learn one pattern, learn the alternating underhand sneak. Alternating underhand sneak. And right, you might have to check out some tutorials, but I'm telling you, I promise you, it's worth the effort. So reach out with any questions, and thanks for your time. All right.